Okay, Virgo, let's see what we got going on for you. Interesting. Okay, let me lay them out this way. Hopefully you can see. Okay, Virgo, so we have the Star. So you've been healing from, looks like you've been healing from something, something pretty major has happened, and you are now in a much better place, because you only get the Star. The Star comes after the Tower, so looks like some major stuff went down, but now you're integrating, you're healing, and you're coming into terms with yourself. So the Love card is in the present position, but we'll see, we'll clarify and see if that's love with another person or if that is just a self-love card. Coming in the near future, you have the Two of Fire, which is, you know, you're going to be a little bit of a crossroads and not know where you're going. The Two of Fire is pretty self-explanatory always for me. It doesn't really need many clarifiers, but it does say that you need to have faith that you are heading in the right direction. External to you is the Queen of Water. It's quite a lovely card, the Queen of Water in this deck. She's very intuitive, spiritual, loving, nurturing. The thing about the Queen of Water is that she nurtures herself as well as others, and that's the important lesson in the Queen of Water. And I think that this is kind of an overall lesson for you. We have the Queen of Water and love, the Love card and the Star card all together is telling me that this is a very much a self-love kind of reading. In your hopes and fears, you have the Queen of Fire. That is, you know, you want to be the Queen of Fire with all of her passion and all of her strength and self-confidence, but you're afraid that you won't be manifesting it. You're afraid that your Queen of Water tendencies will take over. But no need to fear, because after the Queen of Fire, we've got the Queen of Air coming in. So we've got 3 queens here, which is amazing. You are, we don't have the Queen of Pentacles, and we don't have any Pentacles in this spread, actually. So that's kind of an interesting dynamic. What we do have are the 3 queens, the Queen of Water, the Queen of Fire, and the Queen of Air. And what this is telling me is that you're gathering your strength. You're reflecting on the way you present to yourself, the way you've presented yourself in the past, the way you have dealt with others in the past that may have been slightly self-defeating. You put yourself last most of the time. You take care of others, but you don't put your own needs first. And you are moving away from that tendency. The Queen of Air is very, I don't want to say calculating, but she's very strategic, and so she's got that owl next to her. She sees through situations and people, and she knows how to maneuver situations so that she is in control. This is very much a planning card as well, and you have got in your advice position, 2 cards did come out. We have the Strength card and the King of Air. So while the Queen of Air thinks about how to create the perfect situation and she strategizes, the King of Air is actually action and doing, communicating, making things happen. So you've got the King of Air and the Strength card in your advice position and what to do for the next couple of weeks. And what that's telling me is that, you know, whatever disappointments you had in the recent past that you're healing from right now, you still have a little bit of residual, I don't want to say self-pity, but residual weakness, and you're going to need to dig down deep into your reserves of strength, your knowledge, your own wisdom, and actually act on what you know you need to do. So this is a time of action and getting these plans in order, becoming the Queen of Fire, doing what you know you need to do, taking care of yourself, taking a break when you need to take a break, going to the gym. We don't have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is usually can sometimes be about exercise. This seems more like emotionally taking care of yourself, which you can do through exercise as well, of course, right? Sometimes we need to clear our heads, but this seems like very much like more in line with you needing to take a mental break every once in a while. Okay, so I'm going to pull some clarifiers with the Witch's Tarot deck, and we'll see what we get with the Witch's Tarot. So right now I'm seeing just a lot of gathering your strength, strategizing, planning what your next move is. I don't really see much in terms of cups cards here. And the love card, the lovers, which, you know, it's the lovers in many decks. The love card often talks about making a choice. So you could be presented with a choice right now between two options. I'm not seeing any 3 cards here, so it could be between 2 options. And you have the love card followed by the 2 of Fire, which is telling you that yes, you need to make a choice, but trust your gut, and then make a plan, because you are being guided to make the right choice. All right, let's clarify that star. Tell me about the star. We have Temperance. Temperance with the star. So lots of coming together. Temperance is very much, you know, a lot of people connect the Temperance is connected to Archangel Michael. So oftentimes Temperance is like that 2 of Fire. It's your things are being taken care of for you behind the scenes. But for me, Temperance is a lot of you've been doing a lot of work to keep the peace, possibly to heal yourself, and that goes along with the star. So you've been working on yourself, healing yourself from some kind of situation. Tell me more about the star. Tell me more about the star, please. And we have 20, what's called Karma in this card. It's called the Judgment in other decks, the Aeon in some decks. So that's pretty interesting. You've got 3 major arcanas showing up in the recent past. So you had to make some kind of decision, and you probably made a decision to end something, and now you're healing from that. Let's talk about the love card right now. Well, the Chariot and the Knight of Wands popped out as clarifiers on that love card, which is telling me, I think, that you ended one romantic relationship pretty recently. You've been healing from it, and now in comes somebody new galloping in. You have the Knight of Wands coming in, and the Knight of Wands, for me, not my favorite card. If it's a message coming in terms of work, then then I'm all for it. But when we're talking in a romantic situation and a love situation, the Knight of Wands, in my opinion, is not the greatest. He comes in and he leaves just as quickly as he came in. Let's get another clarifier on that love card. Let's get another clarifier on the love card, please. And we have the 9 of Pentacles. So you are You're no fool right now. You're healing from a past relationship, and you are really coming to terms with who you are. You're healing. You're feeling pretty good about yourself. You're feeling secure. You're moving into the Two of Fire. You know that you need to make a decision. It looks like, do you want to make a decision to date, to go out with this Knight of Wands now that you've kind of healed yourself from the bozo that you were seeing before, or bozette? And so now the decision is, you know, how are you going to move forward? What are you going to do? Let's clarify that Two of Fire. So we have the Six of Swords with the Two of Fire, clarifying the Two of Fire. It looks like you're going to move on. You're like, maybe not. I don't need that Knight of Wands coming and going and coming and going. Yeah, because you've got something better coming in. You've got an Ace of Pentacles coming in, clarifying that Two of Fire. So you're moving away from the past, away from relationships that didn't work for you. This does seem to be talking about it does feel more like a love spread, but it could be work as well. You were in a situation that wasn't working. You've expressed a lot of patience. You've been very patient. You've been very careful not to I don't want to say offend, but you've been careful to do the right thing, to stay the high ground, and it's worked for you, because you're in your Nine of Pentacles energy right now. And because you're in the Nine of Pentacles energy, you're attracting a lot of people who want to feed off that energy. And you're coming into a decision soon. It looks like probably about that Knight of Wands. Should I, do you want to start another relationship? Do you want to keep a little bit of time for yourself? Or if it's a work situation, do you want to take a new position? Do you want to take a new job? Or do you want to move forward? But I'm really feeling like this is a love spread. A relationship spread of some sort, or friendship spread. It looks like you're going to move on from whatever is being offered to you right now in the romantic arena. It's not quite what you deserve. It's a knight, the Knight of Wands, and you're going to move on to something better across the shore, because you do have this Ace of Pentacles coming in. That's what it looks like in the near future. Let's get some clarifiers on that Queen of Water. So we have the World, clarifying the Queen of Water. So that something has definitely been ending. Let's get another clarifier on that Queen of Water. Another clarifier if we can. Queen of Water. Yeah, the Ace of Cups. So what we're looking at with the Queen of Water is you've successfully moved past that situation in the past, and you have successfully learned whatever it was that you were supposed to learn. You've completed that phase. You've learned your lesson. You have the Queen of Water. This is the external influence that's affecting you right now. It's very much an influence of you taking care of yourself, taking care of others, but taking care of yourself. You're highly spiritual right now, and you're ending a cycle of not getting what you want, not getting your needs fulfilled. And you've got the Ace of Pentacles coming in and the Ace of Cups coming in. So you're very much in your Nine of Pentacles energy, but you're not being brash, you're not closing yourself off, you're still opening yourself up to beauty and love and everything that's wonderful in life. You're just realizing that your needs are just as important. Let's clarify that Queen of Fire. We have Justice coming in. Let's get another clarification on that Queen of Fire. Page of Wands. So, you know, you definitely keep getting these wands, the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands earlier, and the Queen of Fire is telling me with justice that you're not taking any nonsense anymore. Page of Pentacles also wanted to come out to clarify that Queen of Wands. This has all been an amazing learning lesson for you, and it's been a karmic learning lesson for you. And I just feel really strongly that you are, I mean, look at her. She doesn't take any grief from anybody, but yet she's still very passionate. She still has her heart chakra open, but she ain't playing games. She knows her worth with justice, and this is a new lesson for her. Page of Pentacles is telling us this is a new lesson for her, but it's a lesson that you're learning successfully. So let's move on. Let's get clarification for the Queen of Air. And the Hermit is coming in to clarify the Queen of Air. Let's get another. You have so many major arcanas pulling up as clarifiers and in your spread. This is major life lesson here for you. Get another clarifier on that Queen of Air, please. Clarifier on the Queen of Air, please. Another clarifier on that Queen of Air. Three of Swords. And the Queen of Wands again. So yeah, you're coming out of something that really threw you for a loop. Someone didn't do you right. It feels like a love situation, but it really could be anything. It could be a work or friendship situation. I'm not really getting family out of this, but it's more either a friend situation or a work situation, and now you're in this mode where you're like, you know, I see through people. The Queen of Air is very good at seeing through masks. She's also very good at letting people see what she wants them to see, basically. So you've learned a lot. You learned a lot through this recent experience. It feels pretty heavy to me, and I'm sorry for that, Virgo, but it seems like you're coming through this lesson, however harsh this was, pretty well. Actually, really well. Let me clarify strength in the King of Air. Please give me clarifiers for the advice position, please. Well, let's clarify strength first. Please clarify strength for me. Thank you. The Star, we get the Star again. Yeah, it's all about reaching deep into your inner strength and following your gut and just keep moving on, doing what you know is right. You're definitely healing. You're definitely feeling better than you were before. Four of Swords. Okay, so you might need a little time to rest, but you have the strength. You have the reserves of strength. You have it. I think that part of the advice here for you, though, let's get a clarifier on the King of Air. Apologies if you hear my dog snoring. She's snoring now. So we have the Empress clarifying the King of Air, and the Three of Wands. So what I'm getting out of this, the Empress and the Three of Wands clarifying the King of Air, what I'm getting out of this is definitely very much a need to, even though you're moving on and you are, you're saying goodbye to the old ways of being, the old ways of constantly caring for others, putting everyone else's needs before your own. And you are coming into this Queen of Wands energy, this Queen of Swords energy, where you're more strategic about how you spend your time, how you how much you give to others in relationships. Even though you're holding back a little bit, you're going to be, I don't want to say selfish, but you're going to be a little more self-centered, which is fine. There's still a need for you to temper this newfound powerful expression that you're feeling. So be kind is basically what I'm saying. Be nice. You're going to be communicating a lot. You're going to be communicating from a place of strength, talking about your desires, talking about your needs, putting yourself first, but do it in a kind way if you can. Do it in a way that is still gentle. The Empress, still loving, still strong though. I mean, you can definitely be strong, but just try to be polite, I guess, or be nice, because you've got the Three of Wands coming in, and this is a new way of you behaving. This is a new way of you being. This is a whole new way of you expressing yourself, and it's very powerful, and it's fantastic. It's super strong. I'm gonna pull just one card, a Moonology card for you to kind of summarize the whole spread for you over the next couple weeks. I just feel like this is a time when you're going to be coming into your power. You have some new opportunities coming your way. Got that Ace of Pentacles coming your way, so it could be a new, whatever it is, whatever new offer is coming your way, it's going to make you feel solid, secure. It doesn't have to be, you know, a pay raise or a lottery winning or anything like that, but whatever it is, it's going to be deeply satisfying. We do have those two aces, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups coming into the near future and the external to you. So you've got some pretty strong, good stuff happening. Let's get a Moonology Oracle card for Virgo, please, for the next few weeks. What advice do you have for Virgo for the next few weeks, please? What advice, Spirit, do you have for Virgo, please, over the next week or two? What advice do you have for Virgo, please, over the next week or two? Let's shuffle a little more. It doesn't want to give me an answer. Let's see. What advice do you have for Virgo, please? How interesting. All right, well, this deck doesn't want to talk to us right now. Let me try here. I'm going to try the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, which is also a super powerful deck. I love this deck. It gets so deep sometimes that it just blows my mind. I have to sit there and think about what this deck is telling me, because it just really hits to the heart of the matter sometimes for me. Even if I don't think that it is at first, then I realize that what it's telling me is exactly what I've been dealing with. So let's see, Spirit, what advice do you have for Virgo? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising over the next week or two or three. Again, time is fluid. What advice do you have for Virgo, please? What advice do you have for Virgo, please? What advice do you have for Virgo? Okay, Virgo. Main card that came up for you is the Coyote. Let me do this so you can see it while I'm reading it for you. The Coyote came up for you, and I think it's best if I just read directly from the book while you take a look at this card. It's pretty. Sorry, I'm trying to get there. Okay, let me get the book and read for you from the book. So the essence of this card is that the coyote is the symbol of the sacred trickster, the one who provides detours for growth and understanding by ensuring that things don't go as planned. The coyote brings the energy of divine deception to set you free from the shackles of that which doesn't serve you. Sometimes it appears that you will get everything you want, only to find that coyote brings you the opposite of what you hoped for. The lessons offered by coyote may at first appear confusing, but they are most sacred and always for your highest good. The invitation of this card is that if the coyote calls to you, this is a time to pay special attention to detours and disappointment, as they are true tests of faith. You have set your intentions and turned them over to the Great Spirit, yet you may find yourself lost and confused when it appears you are being led off course, off the path leading to your most cherished dreams and desires. Remember this, Coyote is a sacred trickster and may be leading you into challenges to ensure that you are ready to handle what you've set in motion. Great growth and understanding come to you when Coyote calls your name. The medicine for this card asks, are you being seduced by what you think you desire? Could it be that the more superficial, sparkly, shiny aspects of your ambition led you in this moment? Perhaps you feel that in order to get what you desire, you have to compromise yourself, control others, or manipulate situations to ensure your goal is met. Coyote howls in the shadows to remind you that this may be a lesson too painful to learn. Beware the shallow waters right now. Something or someone might pretend to be deep, but that doesn't make them so, no matter how seductive their superficial traits and how beautiful or sparkly they appear. All that glitters there will not turn up gold, no matter how many wishes you make to change that. Interesting. I mean, that kind of does go along with your advice here that we pulled earlier. Your advice cards from the tarot were Strength card and the King of Air. Both of these are telling you to dig deep down and see beyond the surface. The King of Air, he's very insightful. We had the Queen of Air, you coming into the Queen of Air energy earlier. And that Queen of Air, you're going to turn into the King of Air. So she sees through masks. She's more akin to the coyote. But I guess what you're being told here is to just really trust your instincts and look beyond the surface. Look beyond the surface of things. Let's see if we can get one parting word of advice. Let's see here. So I'm not really feeling like I'm getting a definite message for advice. And sometimes, there is really no definite advice. The other card that we got, and it's funny that I got this card again because this card popped out when I was pulling for the Coyote card. And then I put it back in the deck and I shuffled again and I said, can you give me another word of advice? And I got the Smoky Mirror. So this card definitely wants to come out for you. So let me read quickly from the book what it says. It says, when the symbol of the smoky mirror appears, you're invited to see beyond your own self Acknowledge that, past the limits of your current ability to perceive, there's a vast, interconnected world where events are orchestrated in divine order but challenging to fully grasp. And I guess that's why we don't have a definite advice in this spread. Now is the time to trust that no matter what the current conditions of your world reflect, in the hidden realms, all aspects of the human journey are celebrated. The beauty and the darkness, the misery and the courage. No matter where you are on your journey, know that some things are meant to be a mystery, which you are meant to understand only through experience. And that's you coming into the Two of Fire here. See how this giraffe is kind of leading that lantern, and she's just sitting on that giraffe, and she can't really see where she's going because everything is hazy, but the light is leading the way. So no matter where you are on your journey, know that some things are meant to be a mystery, which you are meant to understand only through experience. Take heart, for the smoky mirror will ultimately show you beauty and wonder once the fog lifts the distortion that you see now. So the medicine here, I think the advice of this card is understanding the shadow of the human journey requires that you go deep into your story to discover the wound that prevents you from seeing the truth of your current situation. Your fears and expectations of disappointment and unworthiness may be clouding your capacity to see the potential in yourself and others. There's that Strength card. The Strength card is infinite potential in yourself. The smoky mirror may be showing you things you don't want as a result of your conditioning. These can become even more real, but only because you are making it so. The choice is yours. The world will hold you accountable for what you see and what you create. Can you see through the eyes of truth and faith instead? So I think that what we're getting here is that you're being deceived, and maybe you're being deceived by yourself. You had some kind of situation that you're healing from. Again, either a work situation or a romantic situation. You've been healing from it, and you've been reflecting, and you are in a strong place right now. Currently, you're in the Lover's place. You've got the Nine of Pentacles, so I feel like your financial security, your sense of physical security is fine. This is just almost like a dark night of the soul in a way, although not as harsh. It's more of a reflection of how you behave, how you approach things, how you look at other people. Are you really seeing clearly their intentions? Are you deceiving yourself? Are you letting yourself be attracted or led to things that are false? Are you looking for the truth in situations? And are you trusting yourself that you can carry yourself through anything? I mean, you can take yourself through any situation. You trust that you have the wisdom and the strength to do it. And you've gotten the Star a bunch of times, the Empress. I think the Queen of Air is the energy that you're coming into. We got all three queens, three queens, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of, sorry, did we get her? Yeah, the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Water, the Queen of Fire, and the Queen of Air. So, trust that you know what you're doing, okay? Trust that you're on the right path. And that's it. That's all I have for you. I think this is a pretty powerful time for you, Virgo, and I think that I think you can do it. I think you're in a pretty strong place. All right. I will see you next time. Thanks.